S&P 500 weekly chart index closing at multi-year highs on the S&P on extremely light volume in a 4-day trading week environment, meaning today is Tuesday, Good Friday is coming up, markets will be closed. Once again, I'm just going to tell you that on the very light volume, they got the S&P up to 1563.77, almost approaching where we talked about 1576, 1578 on the top end of the S&P. We will continue to tell people to be very, very cautious about buying up here, that the broader equities in the S&P 500 are extremely overbought, and the S&P 500 is at an extreme overbought time cycle, and that we would have to come back down and test somewhere right around 1500 on this S&P with a market correction that has not fully corrected yet. However, there is the awareness that people need to be aware of, and there isn't much upside. The light volume to the upside was done extremely on light volume, which has put us a little teeny notch higher than the previous week of being overbought. And we're going on 1, 2, and this being the third week up at the upper end that the S&P 500 will have a pullback where people could buy at better levels. Do not chase an overbought cycle up here. These are the weekly bars of the last 4-week up cycle, meaning the breakout to these resistance levels, and we closed up toward the high of the day of the S&P. The high of the day was 1564.91 and the close is 1563.77, which is very encouraging for a bull. However, I can tell you now from my experiences moving forward in April, in the calendar earnings period, and May, we will have opportunities where people will be able to buy the dips in the S&P 500. And that as long as that bull mentality is at full force, that means that this bull, which people are not used to trading bull markets because we haven't had one in so long, that the longer term bottom from '09 to current gives us a lot of support levels when markets pull back. And we'll look and see how the month of April does. Markets will be closed on Good Friday. We will update people. Look, you can wait for markets to pull back before you put money to work in the S&P 500 leading companies. We're overbought in the index, extremely overbought. This is the update for 326 of 2013 with the critical alert of an overbought level that people should not be chasing up at the highs. Once again, we're here at StockMarketfunding.com. We're willing to help you. We have market makers in our market maker division. They're willing to take control so that you can get the kind of management that you would need, and that we're here to help. So give us a call, send us an email. One of the things that you'd love to look at on our homepage here is go to trading and go to open an account, and get started today. And listen, if you're not involved in this great bull run because of what markets have done over the last 15 years, and particularly just recently from 2007 to current, is we're right back up there at those all-time highs. For the people that were washed out of the market, if your capital is low, that's okay. We're going to provide that trading capital for you, and we're going to help you with those entries and those exits and taking those profits. We're going to be behind you in that management where before markets had gotten the best of you. You deserve the right. You deserve the right to have the best live entry and exits during markets with profits. You deserve the right to have monies that you once had that the markets had taken away from you. We're willing to give you money. A $10,000 account, we'll have $150,000 intraday. With a $5,000 account, we'll have $50,000 intraday. With $2,500 accounts, you'll have $15,000 intraday. You will be using our entry and exits just like we do on all of our live trading videos with our clients worldwide. Get started today. You deserve to be involved in these markets. Earnings are going to start in April. No more pattern day trading rule. Your account will always be maintained well above $25,000. So you have someone willing to put money up behind you with the management on entry and exits and stop market orders, all of that management to keep you in the game with profitability. Get started today. Once again, the weekly chart closing up toward the all-time 2007 highs in play on very light volume. Here's what the 2007 highs look like. There's where the S&P, we've come parabolic from '09. We've had corrections along the way. There'll be another one around the corner, because the higher that we go up to the next resistance level, that puts the S&P in the shorter term that much more overbought, meaning it has to give a pullback.